Ryan, the club has recently just announced an exciting new project, the NexGen series. Tell us a little bit about what that is and what that's going to look like for the academy and for the club here.
So our NexGen series is we're looking at, off the back of a couple of recent trips that we've had across to Liverpool and Newcastle United, where we were able to get our under 13, under 16 players playing against sides from those professional academy environments. And we've looked at how we can sort of take what we've learned from those projects and put it into, I suppose, a wider or larger programme next season, or next year, sorry, 2024, where we can involve more clubs, both from England and Scotland, and we can give some further opportunities for the players to go across and obviously to experience playing those higher level games, and obviously look to, I suppose, showcase their talents against those academy opposition. So, confirming with the NexGen programme, we're delighted that we've had confirmation from teams like Wigan, Preston North End, Crystal Palace, Hibernian in Scotland, and also Den Haag in Holland as well for games for next year, which is tremendous for and really good, exciting opportunities for the players to look forward to.
And those games and those trips that you have had recently to the likes of Newcastle and over to Liverpool as well, what do you feel the teams and the coaches and the whole setup got from that?
We got so much from it, from a player's perspective. Obviously it's great for our players to be able to go into those professional environments. Every single one of those games we were able to go into either the academy training grounds or first team training complexes of those clubs, and so great first and foremost for the players to go in and see those and to be around those, and obviously hopefully be inspired by those environments. It's something that they really want to come back here and obviously to work hard and obviously look at one day hopefully being in there themselves. Obviously on the pitch it's a great challenge. Again, obviously the competition that the teams get in Northern Ireland is tremendous, and obviously the games that they play here are obviously a great challenge, and the players really enjoy them. But again, we're a small country, and players typically will play against the same players over and over again, week in, week out, season in, season out. So again, having opportunities where they can go and test themselves against players they've never played against before, also players that are playing at a really good level, just gives say a further challenge to them, and again hopefully something that they can then look at how they can, suppose, take learnings from that, how they performed in those games and come back here, work really hard, and then look forward to the next ones. From a coach's point of view, obviously going across there and again meeting with the coaches of those clubs, sitting down, chatting to them, reviewing games with them, learning from them about what they do in their environments, how they prepare teams, the types of coaching sessions that they do throughout the week, is great for our own coaches learning, and obviously then for helping us to shape our programme here. They're able to get all that information from those clubs and obviously then look to bring that back onto the pitch here, whether they're training here in Larne or they're training in our programme at Jordanstown.
An football academy setup is all about learning and development, and you can't probably help but do that as coaches and players on the pitch when you're rubbing shoulders with Premier League clubs and clubs here at such an established level as well, I presume. Absolutely. We talk about for the players and about a bit of development journey. Coming in at young ages into this football club and their journey all the way through. Hopefully that leads on to opportunities with maybe professional clubs across the water, overseas, or whether it leads to opportunities within our own first team here at Larne. But it is a journey for them, and we don't expect them to be able to sort of come into the environment and be ready for the next stage straight away. They have to come in, they have to work hard, they have to learn from the coaches, and we have to then make sure that as they progress through, we're providing opportunities that match where they're at with their current development, but likewise for coaches as well. It's got to be a development journey for coaches. We've lots of people coming in here, the likes of Albert Watson, Jeff Hughes, Mark Randall, Daniel Kearns, that have very much come up from a playing, really great playing career that each of them have had, and they're now making that transition into the coaching roles here at the club, and supported with the other experienced coaches that we have here. So for those guys, these opportunities are great as well, because they can then almost fast track their learning processes as coaches, and learn from the coaches of the professional clubs across the water, and again it's a journey for them, and hopefully as they seem to be really enjoying it at the minute, it's something they can continue to do as the seasons go on. And looking ahead to 2024 in this NexGen series, you're exposing players and coaches to really high levels in the UK, but also you mentioned Den Haag and Holland, so there's going to be maybe different playing styles and something to kind of broaden horizons within the club for that as well. Absolutely, it's a great one for the boys as well. It's obviously from a
personal development point of view as well, it'll be great for them to go away and experience a different culture, and spend a few days, in Holland, playing games, some training sessions, and I say just experiencing something different. I say all these, as well as being really valuable opportunities on the pitch, they're great opportunities off the pitch as well for the boys to go away, to develop together, to learn, to bond, all these sorts of things to really give them, sort of that real sort of team spirit. And again, with a number of new players coming into the academy as well, it's a great opportunity for them to come away and get to know their teammates. And as I say, we believe that the Den Haag trip, particularly, will be a really good cultural experience as well for them, and provide them something that they will hopefully look back on as being a really enjoyable experience for them, and something that, when they talk about it, maybe a few years down the line, it brings smiles to faces and stories and everything else, and that they'll obviously look back on with fond memories.
And there's been so much work put into the academy here over the last year or two, especially. We've seen such development and growth. Is this another sign, another step in making this a destination for players in Northern Ireland, and maybe even the island of Ireland, wanting to come here and experience things like the NexGen series?
We hope so, and it's what we believe. Again, we have to keep moving forward. There's got to be further development within our own academy, and look, we've made so many really positive strides in a short space of time, but we've got to keep going. We know that that there's still lots of improvements to be made, and lots of development for ourselves as an academy to go, but we believe we've made a really positive start, and there's really good signs there, both now and in the future. And as I say, this NexGen site, project, is just another part of how we want to continue to develop the academy at the football club. And I'd say, things don't happen overnight, but we do believe that we can, that we're making good strides, we're making good progress, and hopefully, as I say, 2024 we'll continue that, and we'll be able to provide some really good experiences and really good environment for our players.
And just finally, on the other side of things, clubs in the UK and Europe partnering with us in this sort of way shows that Lauren is being taken seriously, not just within the country but outside it as well.
Yeah, look, we've had really positive conversations with all the clubs mentioned, and others as well, and look, we want to be seen as I suppose as a real worthwhile sort of partner for them as well with games as well. We want to be them seeing us as something that isn't just them providing an opportunity, providing something for us, but also us to be able to provide something for them in terms of the level of players that we can take across, and we can showcase to them in their environments, and the key decision makers that they have at their football clubs, can see our players in their environments and see how they fare against their current groups. And again, so we don't want this to be seen as these clubs providing stuff for Lauren, but we want to be seen as as a proper professional academy that we can then take players across to them that are off a level where those clubs are looking at and seeing that they can stack up really favourably against their current players.
Brilliant. Thank you.